Blue Star 110, proceed direct Victor Juliet Bravo.
Proceed direct Victor Juliet Bravo, Blue Star 110.
Singapore radar, good day, Cathay 635, level 400.
Cathay 635, Singapore radar, good evening, Squawk 2245.
Squawk 2245, Singapore, Cathay 635.
Singapore 928, Lima airspace, monitor advisory 122.8, good day. Singapore 928, Lima airspace, monitor advisory 122.8. Cathay 635, radar identified, set to Singapore, ELALO1 Alpha arrival, expect the as approach runway 02 left. Descend with the star level 160.
Clear to Singapore, ELALO1 Alpha, Rebel ILS from 02 left. Descend by the star flight 160, Cathay 635.
Singapore 895, contact Singapore approach 124.6. 124.6, thank you very much, bye-bye.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So now that we have I just contacted Singapore radar. So I literally just logged on to that sim because I saw it's online, so I decided to just do it. First let's sim fly the A340. We're just coming to approach here to Singapore. We are Cathay 635 Airbus A340-313 from Hong Kong to Singapore. So we've been there for about 3 hours now. We'll be landing shortly at about 6:04 Singapore time. Alright, monitor descent there, landing performance. Sync FMS. Yep, sync. QNH 1007. Compute. Yeah, I believe we can use auto brake low. Should be able to. We'll just go auto brake low here, come over to performance. Let's configure the approach. So QNH 1007. Temperatures, let's have a look here. Temperature 33. Winds are 30 at 11 knots. What's the VAPP stated here? 135. Transition altitude 13,000, so that's correct. And then barometric will be 222 for the ILS to left. So on the ELALO1 Alpha arrival, haven't flown this arrival in a while since it's mainly for flights coming in from the east. And I don't usually do eastbound flights. I usually do I don't usually come into Singapore. In the first place, I don't usually fly to Singapore like from the east. If anything, it's coming over from Europe. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's the approach mode configured. We have Singapore approach and Singapore radar. So we'll get ended off onto approach at about waypoint Nylon or Paspu. So that'll be around here or a little bit in front of it, in between those two waypoints around there. Okay, let's get a little bit of spoilers action here, because be a bit too fast. Spoilers out. We should slow us down a little bit.
Singapore Radar, good evening, Scooter 688, flight level 240. Scooter 688, Singapore Radar, squawk 2225. Squawking 2225, Scooter 688.
Okay, that should be enough. And auto brake low is set.
Scooter 688, radar identified, set to Singapore, T-Boom 1 Alpha arrival, expect the as approach runway 0 to left, descend with the star, flight level 160.
Where that guy's
To
coming from.
Singapore, T-Boom 1 Alpha arrival, descending by the star to flight level 160, Scooter 688.
Oh, it's coming in from WMKP, that's Penang, I believe. Yeah, that's Penang. It's quite cloudy around here. Just have a look at the ATIS for Changi. Information Sierra. Departure 02 center. Oh, sorry. Simultaneous parallel dependent approaches being conducted. Expect approach 02 cent again 02 left or 02 center. Expect landing runway 02 left. Squawk mode Charlie. Taxiway designations blah blah blah. Okay, that's all fine. Temp 33, dew point 23, QNH 1007, no significant changes, acknowledge information Foxtrot. Yeah, so I'll acknowledge Foxtrot when we are contacting approach. Just write it down here. This flight is not really realistic because because the Airbus A340 doesn't actually fly into Singapore on a regular basis. The last passenger flight I saw arrive into Changi for the A340 is a Lufthansa flight. I believe that no other aircraft was available, so Lufthansa flew the A340 to Singapore in 2021. And then the last A340 that wasn't commercially operated is the German government A340, which came in 2024. So 2026 now, 1st of April, this is probably the first time an A340 has landed in Changi, at least, like, even though it's virtual, if it was real life, it would be the first time since 2024 October. So yeah, this is in real life you probably see a lot of people plane spotting and shit trying to capture this aircraft. You won't see that in the game. There'll be nothing there. It'll be just like any other arrival. And I'm sure someone has flown the A340 into Singapore today already, so not special either. But whatever, it's still a fun plane to fly. I want to see if you can see the wingtip from here. Yeah, you can.
Scooter 68, contact Singapore approach 124.6. 124.6,
The A340-300 wings are actually quite far behind the fuselage. As you can see here, they aren't really in. Oh, actually, wait, no, sorry. Maybe it's just perspective. But last time when I saw them, they were like slightly further behind. I don't know why, but I think it's just my perspective that was a bit off. Maybe I was looking at it like this or something.
Cathay 635, contact Singapore approach 124.6.
24.6, Cathay 635, good day. Singapore approach, good day, Cathay 635, information Foxtrot, passing flight level 220 for 160.
Cathay 65, Singapore approach, descend 8,000 feet, QNH 1007.
Descend 8,000 feet, QNH 1007, Cathay 635.
Directing Samco, Scooter 688.
Scooter 688 negative, direct to VXO, Victor Echo, X-ray Echo Lima.
Directing to Vexel, Victor, Echo, X-ray, Echo, Lima, Scooter 688.
It's my bad, I kind of stepped over Scooter 688 there. But, yeah.
4672, surface in 030 degrees, 11 knots, climb 3000 feet, runway 0 to left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 0 to left, over takeoff, 3000 feet, Singapore, 72.
Okay, we need to lower the speed here.
427, fly heading 270.
270,
Let's go 220 knots for the Papsu speed restriction. After Papsu, then I will let the aircraft continue on manage speed, but I'm just going to lower the speed now so they can descend a bit quicker.
427, descend 2500.
Singapore 27. Singapore 27, what flight is that? Seattle to Singapore, goddamn. Someone's been flying for a while. Alright, let's get rid of the speed brakes here.
Singapore 672, identified, climb 6000 feet, high speed approved.
36000 feet, high speed approved, Singapore, 672.
The guy sounds drunk. Sounds like slurring. And I need speed brakes again. This plane does not want to descend.
427, turn right heading 350, set as approach, runway 0 to left.
350 right, clear here to left, move report, establish Singapore.
Just wait for her to catch up to the purple dot. Okay. I should be able to just lower the spoilers now. Yep, there you go. Yeah, the 340, you really gotta manage that speed because it really does not want to descend. Anyways, we need to be at post up at 6,000 feet. 220 knots. So, yeah, you can see the arrow there is not ideal. I need to speed up that descent. Okay, let's pull vertical speed mode. We'll just try to be 8,000 at nylon, that should be good enough. There you go. Let's get a little speed brake action again, so we don't lose speed.
427, water, surface in 030 degrees, 11 knots, runway 0 to left, clear to left.
Big line 03 left, report to go.
Scooter 688, turn left heading 090, descend 4000 feet.
090 and 4000 feet, Scooter 688.
whether or not to manage to send. I think it should be fine, hopefully, as long as it doesn't miss the. As long as we don't miss the. Yeah, you see, it's a bit scary when it puts the arrow on post up. It's supposed to be at 6,000, but this is for 8,000, so it's not supposed to be that. Like we're supposed to descend faster, but it's not descending.
Super Green 815, ready for push and start.
I think after that speed limit, we will be able to.
815, pushback approved, 6 half.
After we pass the speed limit, I think it should be
Push
smoother
and
sailing.
start, approved, passing south, Super Green 815.
Singapore 672, classified level 150.
Come to level 150, Singapore 672.
Where's the ECAM status on? Once you hit 15,000, get seatbelt signs on as well as the yeah, just seatbelt signs on at 15,000. Where's that guy in front of me? Actually, do I need the is there traffic? No, it's not that much traffic. I'll just still leave my traffic injector online. You know what? Just turn on seatbelt signs now. Little tiny hair dryers on the wing.
Scooter 688, reduce speed 220 knots.
Reducing to 20, Scooter 688.
These two views are supposed to be the same, but yeah, there now it's the same. Okay, let's save this guy. Oh, it's the same. Okay. It was just slightly off, so I moved the camera a little bit. Now it should be exactly the same. Okay, so yeah, you can see there that we are starting to fall behind. But I think we should be fine.
Singapore approach, Scooter 688, can I confirm if you are clear for the ILS approach 02 left?
Scooter 688, negative, descend 2,500 feet.
2,500 feet, Scooter 688.
Singapore 895, descend 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000, Singapore 895.
Look at the resolution of these chairs. See the stitching. Okay, anyways.
Singapore 27, turn right with.
Okay, long with me, Sierra. Push 5.
See how slowly the spoilers come up compared to like an A320, which comes up almost like probably half the speed. So it takes quite a while to get up.
Scooter 688, turn left heading 050, ZS approach runway 02 left. Scooter 688, turn left heading 050, ZS approach runway 02 left.
Turn left 050, clear ILS approach 02 left, Scooter 688.
Singapore 27, spend Alpha 12, taxi Whiskey, hold short Victor 8.
Spec Alpha 12 Whiskey and hold Victor 8 for 7.
QNH 1007. So our boys are somewhere over there behind those clouds. Speed. Also, I'm not using the correct cell call code. I changed it to I think
Scooter 688,
FJDG,
you speed 180 knots to
which
8
is
mile
the
final,
it's a
thereafter 150 knots to 4
A350.
mile final.
It's a A350
Releasing speed
code.
180 knots.
I'm sorry if you couldn't hear me earlier, by the way, because my desktop volume was quite high. You should be able to hear me now. Okay, here we seem to be nicely on the maybe slightly higher, but we should be able to hit 6,000. I hope. Maybe not before push up, but definitely 4,000 at Sanat. Should landing in another 15 minutes or so. Speed. And below 10,000 feet stereo cockpit, so not so much. I mean 10,000 feet, I don't know whether I say 10,000 or 15,000, but it's supposed to be 10,000 feet then I do stereo cockpit. But I'll probably still talk, just like not so much. Like, yeah, you get it right. You know what, screw stereo cockpit, this is a single crew environment, so just talk. Just talk whatever, however you want. You can't really distract yourself, I don't think you can. But you can see the pixels on this screen. That is quite cool, eh? But look at that. So if I turn on the ILS, oh, that's quite cool. Okay, landing lights on, taxi light, in the cabin. Supposed to read back your call sign, but whatever, that guy can do whatever he wants, I guess. Did you see his call sign? I don't know, I didn't hear it. Beautiful CFM 56s. Honestly, do I regret not buying the A340-313 instead? Probably not, because like the 600, even the 600 is being phased out already compared to the 300, which is still operational. There's a lot on operation. I think about 150 still flying, and like it's probably, I think, descend 4,000 feet, Cat 635. Like I said, the A340-300 still has a lot of them. I mean, no, it's not a lot, but there's quite a number of them still flying, which is why I chose the 300, because of just mainly route availability. If you fly the 600, it's great. It's probably a better experience than the 300. It's just that by the end of the day, by the end of this year, when Lufthansa finally phases the A340-600 out, you basically you can only fly retired routes, which is kind of, if you are like someone that likes realism, if you're flying the A340-600 for its realism, but you're not flying an actual route that is like actually being flown, then honestly you might as well just have flown the A340-300. This plane is still really buggy though. I can't put any transitions on the ILS. If I do, then the WASM will just crash. So I tried that on my Singapore to Cape Town flight, and it crashed. Sorry, not Singapore to Cape Town. The Frankfurt to Cape Town flight. I was flying for 12 hours already or something like that, and then when I tried to add a transition to it, because I had to change the transition because the runway changed, the whole WASM crashed, and then I had to oh, actually I think I told this story already in my last flight, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, basically autosave didn't work because I cleared the WASM folder, and then yeah, so that flight went to complete waste, meaning I flew through the night for absolutely no reason, and I basically wasted my home-based learning day on a wasted flight, which I find really sad, but whatever, you can't do anything about it. Might as well just kind of, you have to deal with it. Okay, auto brakes low, and we'll start deploying flaps after sunup. We can get flaps 1 already, but I don't really want to do that. And we've got speed limit coming up here, 190 knots. And plane should start decelerating any second now. Yep, thrust descent. Get some spoilers. Okay, let's get flaps 1. Speed checked. Oh, it's only the slats. No flaps, only slats, okay. And there's Changi Airport right there. You can see Terminal 5 being built, as well as the actual main terminal. Spoilers coming down now. We get flaps 2 after sunup. Actually no, we'll just keep slats 1, and then once we hit approach mode, then we will set flaps 2, gear down, flaps 3, flaps 4. Okay, wait, I think we should still be able to get down within the 5 minutes. I think we should be able to. We just fly a bit faster. I think if we had if I did add the transition to Akipo, I think we would have actually missed the approach. So, oh sorry, the what's the transition? Fly present heading, Cathay 635. So cool heading. Keep descending 1000 feet per minute. So the fella should I can hear the Singapore Airlines landing music in his transmission there. I don't know whether you guys heard it, but I could. So he should be able to vector us in time, I hope. Alright, that's 4,000 feet. Turn right heading 290, descend 2,500 feet, Cathay 635. And we'll descend. Okay, gotta lock in now. I'm just not gonna talk anymore. Then we're heading 350, clear approach ILS1A 02 left, Scate 635. Go around altitude 1000 feet. Approach phase. Okay, approach mode activated. And let's get flaps 2 speed checked. Nice. Just wait for the aircraft to get onto the lock star. Okay, here we go. Taking the camera one more time. Okay, spoilers. Spoilers arm, there you go. No, he's actually like closing. No. See ya, have a good day. Okay, we're just gonna fully disconnect from the network here, and we can get gear down. Oh, the sound. GS star. Is WSJC closed? This is online, but the guy has been online for 3 hours. So pretty much since the start of my flight. No, it's off. He's not on. It shows he's offline on Pilot. Okay, go around altitude set. Let's get flaps 3. Speed checked. Hope it's not too soft. Oh, let me increase the volume a bit. Okay. Alright, full flaps, speed checked. Alright, let's land this underpowered bird. And we'll be gate Golf 19. Let's just set that now. Sets. It's quite a long taxi, but we'll deal with it. We're gonna vacate Whiskey 5. We're gonna make a U-turn, cross the bridge over onto towards Terminal 4. My first time parking at Terminal 4 actually, I believe. Oh no, I've done it before. I've flown Cathay before in the sim. Whoa. Bit of rudder action. Stable. Manual flight. Aircraft is mine. Should we stay on the glide slope here? Check. Look to the right. Land. Be high as well. Skip down. Come on. There we go. Continue. Reverses screen, spoilers, and decel. Knots. Idle, manual braking. Make it whiskey 5. Oh, we stopped quite quickly actually. Let's get the APU started here. And there's the autopilot degrade after we landed for some reason. Okay, welcome to Singapore. Local time is 16:06 hours. 3 hours and 30 minutes. We'll cross check that with the actual flight time to get the delay if we have any. And the block time is down there, 3 hours and 41 minutes as of now. It's quite a short taxi over at Hong Kong. But it's quite a long one here in Singapore, so let's see. Alright, flaps up. Spoilers to some. Strobes off. Landing light off. That was a really nice landing in my opinion. I think it was quite smooth. So have a look at that landing rate. 143 FPM, 1.13 G, so it was a quite okay landing. It wasn't butter, but it was smooth. Like it wasn't a hard landing at all. So we were taxiing Whiskey, turning onto Sierra, onto Romeo 7, and then Uniform 1 Gate Golf 19er. Quite a long taxi. From here to the gate, it's about, from our present location at least, to the gate is like over 1 nautical mile. I mean, I'm sure at other airports there's definitely longer taxis, but in Singapore this is considered quite long already. At least from arrival to the gate. If it's from the gate to the runway for takeoff, it can take, it's probably longer than that. Because if you are like Singapore Airlines and you're at Terminal 3, you're departing from 02 Center, which is the standard SOP in Changi. Sorry, my TCAS is still on. Standard SOP in Changi. Then you have a taxi, basically what we're doing right now, and then you still have to add an extra like 2,000 feet of taxiing just to get to the end of runway 02 Center. Sierra. Crossing the bridge is one of the most fun parts about flight simming though around Singapore. And also this is not the Thai model scenery anymore. This is the Cloud Surf Asia one, because the Thai models is broken. The jetways are broken. I don't know if you realize in my Singapore to JFK to Singapore as well as Newark to Singapore, the jetways had faulty jetway data and it didn't connect to the aircraft. So that was a big problem, especially that time when I wanted to depart out of Singapore flying QF292, which was a Lufthansa Finnair A330 dry leased by Qantas to fly Singapore to Sydney. Yeah, the jetways just couldn't connect. None of them worked, so had to change to this scenery. But in the end, that flight never actually ended up working out. What was the reason? Let me think. Oh, it's because my joystick actually broke. I had to fix it, and I actually fixed it by myself. I had pulled out a cord from the joystick. Anyways, I believe 20 knot maximum taxi speeds here on the ramp. Just give it a bit power while coming up here. It's a bit tough for the plane, especially with such underpowered engines. Crossing the bridge in real life is just as fun as in the sim. You'll see all the cars get to see you. I think our gate is occupied by that Swiss 777. Let me just free it from AI. I don't know whether it's G19. Watch the speed there. We're making this turn over here. No, it's actually occupied by Singapore Airlines 787, which is not even supposed to be there. So I'm just gonna have to remove the static traffic set by FSLTL. For some reason GSX doesn't want to clear the traffic, so it's pretty much just straight in. So Golf 19 identified. Taxi light off. I'm not gonna make the same mistake as the other time when I turned off. No, get out of my parking bay. When I turned off the two engines while taxiing to the gate, and get out of my way. It's really annoying. Come on, why is it not? Okay, this is really annoying. Come on, get out. Free this parking from me. There you go. Okay, now we just taxi straight. Jetways, please stop moving. Please do not hit my plane. I will literally punch a wall if that thing hits my plane. What is that jetway doing? Come on. What is it doing? Anyways. Okay. Stay nicely on the center line here. Slow her down a little bit. Okay, that was perfect parking. Let's get parking brake and engine cut off. Seatbelt signs off. Chocks and jetway. Properly this time, hopefully. What? The okay, the slide has deployed. That is not necessarily ideal. Yeah, the slide has deployed for some interesting reason. I think I can disable that actually. Let's come here to maintenance. Reset emergency slides. There you go. And we can get that beacon light off as well. Oh my god, the lag because of the GSX passengers. So open up the door so that the passengers can load in first. My PC is dying here at Changi because of how the scenery is. And let's request deboarding. What is that jetway doing? It is invading my cockpit. It is literally in my cockpit. Get out of my cockpit. Oi! What the hell? Okay, the thing just absolutely destroyed my plane. Yeah, bad jetway data, what the hell? Okay, this is not even the time models, this is the Cloud Surf Asia, and that one is not very performance optimized, as you can see. Okay, let's look at our flight one more time here, and we're gonna close the sim actually, so this is a smoother experience for us. Come with the task manager and manually close it because it usually doesn't close even if I Alt F4. Okay, the computer should be a lot faster. There you go. See, now nice and smooth. Okay, we were Cathay 635 departing from Hong Kong International Airport, Victor Hotel into Singapore Changi Airport, Whiskey Sierra Sierra. So we push back here from gate 26, I believe, from the passenger terminal onto Bravo 7, taxi over towards runway 25 center, where we had a Alpha 11 intersection takeoff. A lot of planes were waiting here, but I did not want to wait. I think some people would have waited here as well, but actually with this takeoff we only got off ground about here, which is quite close to the end of the runway, as you can see. Then we departed, we climbed to flight level I believe initial 360, and then we climbed up to 380 after that. Continued southwest bound down towards Singapore, and then the ELALO1 Alpha arrival into 0 to left. Vectors from this point, this was heading 290 I believe, and 350 ILS established, and then touchdown to Singapore 143 FPM 1.13 Gs, which is a pretty good landing. It's not butter, but it's not hard either. Touchdown zone wise, we were this is Victor 8. Where is that? This was just before this guy, so it was pretty much perfect on the touchdown zone, or just a little bit late, I guess. Off blocks, we were scheduled to push back at 2:20. We ended up pushing back at 2:25, but we arrived 2 minutes early. So flight time total was 3 hours and 30 minutes. If we check our scheduled flight time over here on SimBrief, scheduled flight time 3 hours and 25 minutes. So actually we took longer, but for some reason I think it's because the taxi in Hong Kong was so short, that's why. Anyways, yeah, so taxi Whiskey 5, taxi Whiskey Sierra, Victor, forgot the taxi name, Victor Royal Crash and Romeo 7, Uniform 1 Gate Golf 19. Alright, thank you for watching this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. You'll probably see more A340 content coming up soon. I'm thinking of doing maybe Frankfurt to Singapore, but maybe not, or maybe Frankfurt to Vancouver. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hopefully you'll subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, then just don't. And see you on the next one. Bye.